talking me.
So now on to the main topics. The first one we're going to talk about is the Nintendo Direct. There was a lot of shit that was announced, and for some reason they kept announcing shit pre-announcements, like announcing, hey, we're gonna show you this in October at next month's direct. And it's like, event. Fuck is you telling me this for now? Like, you could have just mentioned the shit in like an article or something random.
It's like we have an announcement. We're gonna make an announcement next week.
Right,
it's like
announcement for the announcement. It's like, dude,
well,
come on,
all right, thanks. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, let's get into this. Last week we had a big software update. So Nintendo's been busy lately. Now we have all these software titles. So let's jump in with one that I think surprised a lot of people, the latest version of Kirby and the Forgotten Land. So this is going to be a more open, not on rails type of Kirby game.
Yeah.
And it looked amazing. I know when we were watching the trailer, you noted that it kind of sounded like Mario. So it has that super, magical Nintendo music to it.
Yeah.
But for some reason, you know what this game reminded me of?
What?
Was freaking when I first played on the Dreamcast, the Sonic Adventures game. I don't know why. This just gave me like how I felt when I first played Sonic Adventures kind of was how I felt when I saw this trailer. But
yeah,
this game looks really good. It sounds really good. And we need another Kirby game because we keep getting like, there's like a free to play Kirby like gacha game. We keep getting games like that. But this looks like, a really great Kirby game in the franchise. What'd you think about this?
Yeah, I thought it looked dope. I thought it looked like a little, cool little game to play. It's been like a long ass time since I've played a Kirby game. I think the last one that I wanted to get was that Yarn one. I can't even remember the name of it. But I thought that one looked kind of like interesting and like a unique aspect to look at Kirby.
Yeah, sure.
But I never even got that one, so I might try to see if I can find that one on like OfferUp or something like that. But this one will be something that I'll possibly keep my eye on for like a deal or something like that. I have a Nintendo Switch, but I'm not really heavy on the Nintendo Switch games because I'm so like into the PlayStation games and then after that the Xbox games. So the Nintendo Switch is kind of like towards the end. Like I still need to get or I still wanted to get the Mario Golf Rush or whatever. I wanted to get that one. So, there's like a couple of things that I want to get, but I'll like, if I see a deal, I'll end up getting them.
Yeah.
Like, I was almost tempted to get Pikmin because I saw somebody selling it on OfferUp for a decent price, but they didn't want to go as low
40?
as I wanted. I think they were trying to sell it for like 25 or 30 or something like that. I was trying to see if I could get it for 15, scoop it for 15, but they wasn't trying to let it go, But I had looked because I've been trying to get my kids to play games, and the shit that they be trying to play. I think it'd be simple, but it has like aspects, I guess, that they just don't understand yet. So they'll be sitting there like mashing buttons or whatever, but because they haven't grasped reading all the way, they don't know like, okay, I gotta do this or match this look with this button, to press that and stuff like that. So I need something like straightforward for them to play.
Yeah.
So I think we went to GameStop last week when I was looking for Deathloop and like nobody fucking had the game. So I went in GameStop with them and they were just looking at stuff, and my son just fucking loves Paw Patrol. And he saw this Paw Patrol game. Dude. Like, can you believe? I mean, Nintendo is already fucked up for like, not really lowering their prices on shit.
Yeah.
But bro, I saw a Paw Patrol's game over there for like $50. Like, are you shitting me? Like, Paw Patrol? Like, why is that shit $50?
Because I know, man.
I was like, nah, my man, I cannot get this for you. Like, I refuse to pay $50 for Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
I know I can get it cheaper somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I went on the OfferUp and I was just looking all over. And I saw a couple people selling Paw Patrol for like $10 for $5. And I was like, that's a fucking reasonable price.
That's how much
for
it
Paw
should be.
Patrol. Yeah. Like, you should not be trying to milk me for no $50, you know? So I didn't get it because none of them them have responded, but if I manage to come across one for a reasonable price, $10, maybe 15. But for one, I'm getting something for them that they're probably not gonna really play like that.
Yeah.
But so it's just like I don't want to waste the money.
Yeah.
But if it's a decent price, then I'll go for it. So I'll treat some of these like that, when I get around it. But I thought that this one definitely looks cool. So for somebody who's a real Kirby fan, this looks like another banger on there
for sure. And I guess moving on to something I think your kids might honestly like was. They announced this new Nintendo Switch Online expansion pass, which I think is complete BS. The expansion pass version, just charge us more money and give us this crap for free because your service is already cheap as is. I pay $39.99 and I have like 8 people. Are you on my thing?
I'm on it too. Yeah.
I just I filled it up. You don't have it? Okay, get on there. I was like, I have 8 people for $40. That's a great deal.
Yeah, and that's a year, right?
That's a year.
Yeah,
because. Me and my wife wanted it, so it's $20 each. So I was like, well,
just get the family.
We'll get the family, and then whoever we add on there is for free.
Yeah.
So anywho, I'm really excited because it's gonna have the N64, and they're releasing like an N64 controller.
Yeah.
And then the Sega Genesis.
Now I thought that the Nintendo 64 controller was kind of dope, but I honestly wish that they would have just made it so that you could have had N64 Joy-Cons. You know what I mean? Like slotted so you could put them on the side, not just a wireless controller. But it probably would have just looked crazy as fuck.
Yeah,
but I think it would have looked like I thought it would have looked like what's that ninja tool that Raphael uses? The Ninja Turtle? I can't remember what the hell they call it. It's not like a shuriken or something like that, but it's some cool name. But I think it would look like that, if you were holding your
that would be pretty cool,
got
actually.
The little dagger thing. But but I mean, it's a Bluetooth controller. It's cool. They also are adding a Sega Genesis onto that list.
So I never really got down with the Sega Genesis as a kid. So maybe you can, say any memorable games. I saw a Castlevania game on there. I know Ray likes the Castlevania games.
I mean, the biggest ones for Sega Genesis was like the Sonic. The Hedgehog
I was gonna say that's the
biggest
only
ones.
title I know of.
Yeah,
but
there's probably like a couple on there. I would have to check some other shit. I had stuff like Lion King and stuff like that.
Streets of Rage was on there.
Streets of Rage.
That was a fun one, and that's coming to this as well.
Right, but I thought that it was also dope that they were giving a Sega Genesis controller that was Bluetooth as well.
Yeah,
and I mean some of them, that Sega Genesis controller is like the simplest fucking design, and they selling that bitch for $50.
Because I mean, it's like it's gonna be a collector's item. You know what I mean?
Literally taking like the most simplistic controller, and because it has Bluetooth, they trying to finesse $50 out of you. That's nuts, man.
Yeah, dude.
Like Nintendo got some big balls, man.
Yeah,
like
but people buy this crap, so why not?
Yeah.
But going back to the N64, there's some pretty good titles. They're kind of limited right now, but they showed all the future titles that are coming out. So some of the titles that they are announcing now is, of course, Super Mario 64, which you should have your kids play that game because I think that's simple enough, but yet that game's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
The Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time, that was an amazing game.
Mm-hmm.
Mario Kart 64, of course. Star Fox, Dr. Mario 64, Mario Tennis.
Yeah.
Yoshi's Story, which
the
game
Mario
was great.
Tennis might be kind of fire though. The Mario Tennis 64, that one might be kind of cool.
Dude, I never played.
I've always loved the Mario Tennis games and stuff like that. The sports games, the Mario games, those is always dope. Like I'll play a fucking volleyball Mario.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. I used to play the I want to say the GameCube tennis, Super Mario Tennis. Okay. But yeah, the tennis game is just awesome, man. It's just freaking sweet. So I'm definitely looking forward to these games coming out. They didn't say, correct me if I'm wrong, but they didn't say how much this crap was going to cost extra. They didn't say if it was going to be a one-time fee. They said you can convert your membership over. So obviously it's going to be like a recurring thing. Mm-hmm. But they didn't say how much extra it was going to be. But I'm going to buy it no matter what. You know, I'm hoping it's only like $10 more.
Yeah.
But it's just cool to have, honestly. You know?
Yeah, I wish that they wouldn't add something like this. Like they just added an emulator to the store. That's all they did. Yeah. And now they're going to try to charge more for that. And it's like, okay, why didn't you do this shit why didn't you charge more when you added the Nintendo to it? Or why didn't you charge more when you added the Super Nintendo to it? Why charge more for the N64? I could maybe see you trying to charge more because you added Sega. I don't know if Nintendo bought Sega. Did they? So I mean, knowledge. maybe because it's like Sega Genesis.
You're right.
Maybe
I get
you're
that.
trying
That
to
makes
add
sense.
more. That might be more reasonable. But like, it sounds like you're packaging N64 and Sega. And if you're doing that, it's like either because you don't think that Sega can hold its own weight on there to get people to buy the expansion, so you're trying to shove N64 in there to give them more of a reason. Or what? But I feel like something like this with like old ass games like that, it should be something that you just give to your online consumers.
To provide service, added, value to your Nintendo Online.
Right.
And I agree 100%. The only thing I like is that they did show the upcoming games that are coming out, like Pokemon Snap, Mario Golf, Paper Mario, Kirby, Majora's Mask, Banjo-Kazooie. So at least they're adding a lot more games over time.
Yeah, Super Nintendo games or N64 games. Yeah.
Correct. But the thing that you kind of just made me realize is I wish the N64 would have been free. And this expansion pass would have added like Sega Genesis, Sega Dreamcast, like things like that.
A Sega Dreamcast would be nice on there.
Dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I remember Ray is going to have to give me in the comments. There was like one game that we used to play on the Dreamcast. It was like MBK or something like that. I cannot fucking remember the type of game.
What'd you guys do?
It was like a platformer or something like that,
okay.
And I can't even remember like the gist of it, but I just know we had like a lot of fun in it. There was like an evil doctor that was on there and some other stuff. It was like a challenging game.
Got you.
But I can't remember the game. And I can't remember too much about it. Yeah. I just know that I used to have like a lot of fun playing that one, and we used to play that one together. Like he would, we would take turns or whatever, because he had a Dreamcast and I didn't. And then I think, shout out to his pops, his dad had bought a second Dreamcast, and like a while back, and then he just like sold it to me, and so I played that, but it didn't live long for me, because I think like shortly after I had got it,
the PS2.
No, I think the Xbox or something like that, or the PlayStation came out.
The PS2 came out.
Was it? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. One of those came out, and so I went to the PlayStation or whatever.
It came out at about the same time, and that was the PlayStation with the DVD drive. It just was a nail in the coffin.
Yeah, because that was the first time that they were going with the disc and whatnot, and the Dreamcast was like its own little disc.
Yeah,
I think I don't know. Was it mini disc or was it regular?
No, it was
size?
A full size disc, but it wasn't a DVD.
Right, and then the Nintendo GameCube, those were the mini discs.
Yeah,
and those shits,
Yeah, but dude, so it would be awesome if they added something like that. Like we expect Nintendo shit to be included with Nintendo, but Sega charges for that, because that came out of, I think that was a surprise to everyone. Like, shit, we're getting, what other things can you guys? Are we gonna get an Atari emulator on here? Like, what else are you guys gonna do? So that was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Despite the charging, I think that it opened the doors for more things that they're gonna add. They're calling it an expansion pack, but let's see what I think that
they're still trying to figure out how much you're gonna try to fucking charge for this extra. But I think they're going to try to charge like $10 more on this shit, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be like, if they'll try to, do this as like a monthly thing, or if they give you like a one-time fee.
Yeah.
I mean, it might not be too terrible if you're getting like a large collection on the back end and you're paying just like another $10 for the year. Yeah. So instead of paying the $40, you're paying $50 or whatever. That's not terrible. But I still don't think that these games that are so old, they're not getting any upgrades or anything like that. They're literally just being ported to the Switch, and you're charging for it, when you could literally, if you have an old enough Switch, you can get that shit fucking modded, and it'll have this, that, and a whole bunch more shit on there. You know what I mean?
You just download the emulator straight up on your PC or whatever. Yeah,
you know what I mean, and play all that stuff, have access to that stuff. So I think it's kind of fucked that they're trying to charge for that. But I guess we'll see how much they charge. Yeah, it's fucking Nintendo, and they just do that shit, and motherfuckers scoop that shit up like it's oh, finally, you know what I mean? And it's like, dude, you getting robbed.
But $10,
that shit should be fucking free.
Yeah, dude. But at least it ain't like no PlayStation disc bullshit. Like, all right, you got the PS5, now it's $10 more. At least we're getting something that we didn't have before. So I'm happy that we're getting something, and they're gonna add titles over time. So that's gonna be legit. But going on, I want to get into Bayonetta, but I never played any of the Bayonetta games. So
I haven't either.
Looking at this trailer, I think we were both in the same agreement where it kind of looked like a PS3 game,
bro. I mean, that's what a lot of the shit from Nintendo looks like.
Yeah.
Unless it's like their game. I don't even. Is Bayonetta like an IP that's owned by Nintendo?
I want to say yes, because I think in the past it came out for like the Wii U or something first.
Yeah.
And then it came to the other consoles later. But, let us know in the comments for you Bayonetta fans out there. But, yeah, the trailer looked cool. I mean, you had these people trying to stop this big old abomination-looking creature. Mm-hmm. It looked cool, but, I don't know.
I guess it looks good for the Switch.
Yeah, I guess so. I think Kirby looked better.
Kirby did look better, but I feel like there's those certain art styles, the more cartoony stuff that looks really good. Yeah. But when they try to portray the real shit or like more realistic-ish graphics or whatever, it's just ass. Like they just can't do it. Like you got to stick to like the Mario looking shit, the Kirby looking shit. Yeah, I mean. Sometimes they surprise you with with certain
Snap,
things.
Dude,
like
look good, dude.
Did it?
Like, oh my gosh, I was playing this on my, in my living room on my big screen TV, and it looked really good, dude. It looked beautiful, honestly.
Yeah, I think there's certain games that like work really well on the Switch. Like it looks great. You know what I mean? You'd be like, oh damn, this is a good looking game. I mean, that Kirby video did look really good. It didn't look trash, but for some reason when you look at this stuff here, it just looks like ass. It's just like, damn, man, dude. It's like, oh, I know this is on the Switch. Like when I look at it, I'm like, oh, this is like a Switch game. So.
Yeah, but I guess moving on because. Yeah, we're not like super big Bayonetta fans, but I am looking forward to this.
Yeah, I mean it's a hack and slasher. It's it's like
it looks dope,
similar to Devil May Cry. I think there was something saying that there was like a Devil May Cry character or something. Virgil that was in there or something like that, possibly. So they might have a crossover or something. But yeah, I mean, it's a hack and slash. So if you like the hack and slashes and shit, then this is one of those that you'll enjoy. Yeah, on a mobile console.
Yep. So to a game that did look good was Splatoon 3. So we got some Splatoon footage, and I'm a big fan of Splatoon. It's like the most casual. I'm not gonna call it a shooter, but it's like the most casual kind of like shoot 'em up game in the world. It's just chill. Even when you lose, it's still pretty fun. It's an awesome game. So. They announced like there's going to be a single player kind of campaign to it. And then, of course, the Turf War PvP. So
right. It's always been like multiplayer first type of game, right?
Yeah.
So having a campaign is interesting, that they decided to add something on there. Maybe they're trying to look for people to find other reasons to play it. Yeah. If they're not big fans of the multiplayer and stuff.
Yeah. One thing I liked about Splatoon, though, is it always utilized the Nintendo online app pretty good. You could every day go in there and look for items that weren't available from like the vendors. So it was a cool way to like integrate the mobile app with the game. So we'll see with what other features they do with the mobile app. I mean, they are a little gimmicky, but they do try. You know what I mean? So Splatoon's awesome. I really like the style. It looked good. I'm pretty excited for this one. And I guess moving on to Monster Hunter Rise. I don't know jack about the Monster Hunter Rise series. These are the Switch exclusives, right? This is the
Monster Hunter's.
No, I mean the Rise series.
But yeah, the Rise is specifically for the Switch. Monster Hunter. For the most part, what I remember, Monster Hunter's always been on Nintendo. Yeah. But they had that last one that
the Worlds was on all of them.
Right, was able to be on all the other consoles and stuff like that. But yeah, so this Rise one is like new, but they've got an expansion pack coming, and it's coming in the summer though. Yeah. So this is like a big fucking. It's a way off.
Yeah.
But you know, it was, I guess, cool to see like a little cutscene and whatnot. But this is Monster Hunter Rise, so you know, it's just strictly for the Switch.
Yeah.
So.
And it looked good from what we saw. You know, it says it's going to be a massive update. It's going to have a lot more stories added. I think new monsters. So it's cool, man. It's going to be a cool update for, you know, those who play.
Yeah, I know people be looking forward to Monster Hunter.
Yep.
A lot. Like they were really excited when Rise was announced. Yep. So
yeah, and as we spoke, one game that I was super hyped for, but I kind of got a little buzzkill from, was Mario Party Superstars. Now, I love all the old boards from the N64 and the GameCube, and some of the GameCube copies are like super expensive to get. So I was really happy to, you know, get some of my favorite boards. But correct me if I'm wrong, I think they said digital only. So like they didn't say coming to physical and digital. I just heard coming to digital. So I was kind of bummed. I was like, man, I wanted a physical copy of this. Yeah. But no matter what, I'm gonna buy this game because I love the old Mario Party. What'd you think about Mario Party? Did you play it back then? Or is it just kind of a?
I'm trying to think. This is the board game one, right?
Yeah. So this is Superstars. So it's going to be like a combination of all the boards from all the previous games. It's going to add online support. You can play with your friends. So it's just pretty much like a remastering, adding, you know, modern features to it.
Okay. So I think if Ray will have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this was the one. This is already out, right?
No, this comes out in October 29th.
Okay. So I thought this was just new stuff that they were adding.
So this is Superstars. So Superstars is kind of like they take boards from all of the games and they kind of combine it into one.
So what's the one that just released then?
So there is a Mario Party for the Wii that came out like a year or two ago.
No, wait. There was one that I literally just purchased that I thought was Superstars or something like that, but it was the board game one.
Yeah, so you just bought the Mario Party for the Switch.
Yeah. But it wasn't like the regular like Mario Party 8 or whatever. It was Super Mario Party. That's what it was. Super Mario Party. I don't.
Yeah, got you.
They got all these different names that sound the fucking same.
Confusing as heck. There.
Yeah. So I just recently purchased Super Mario Party, and so this is Mario Party Superstars.
Yes. Yes. So it's kind of like Mario Party All Stars. Like this is this is kind of like in Mario All Stars when it had the combination. So
right.
I just like it because it has the old boards. It's adding quality of life features. So
yeah,
I've been following this one for a while. You know, waiting for this one because I am a Mario Party fan.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, I definitely had fun with Super Mario Party. That was the one that we played at Ray's graduation party.
Nice.
You know, after everything was over or whatever, and so I ended up purchasing it so I could play it with my family.
Nice.
And whatnot. So it's a cool game to play. You know, we love board games, so it's, you know, similar to that, just a digital version. So it's just a cool little aspect. The fact that they did like a Superstars, it's kind of like, damn, you know, I bought the other one too soon, I guess, or too late, you know, whatever, with this one coming out, because this one seems like it would have like a lot of stuff on it, but I don't know. I'm not really missing out on anything.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay. But I mean, it's cool that they added it on there.
Yeah, for sure.
One of the other things that they had mentioned was that you know, we said that they had mentioned reveals for the reveals. And they had mentioned that they were going to finally announce their final DLC fighter in October for Smash Brothers.
Yeah. So the final added character, right?
Right.
So.
And they dragged this shit on forever, man. That game's been out for like the longest time.
Oh yeah, dude. But it's Super Smash Brothers, man. It has a cult following, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's just like, it's so weird that they just trickle these fighters out, you know, like for such a long time.
Hey, man. Money. Easy money. You gotta buy the characters.
Right. And also another one, that Animal Crossing is gonna have its own direct.
Yep.
In October, so another announcement of the announcement.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know there's a lot of people who loved Animal Crossing, so that's one of those things that they'll definitely be looking out for.
Yep. Castlevania Advance Collection. So I know Ray's a Castlevania guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're combining 4 of the OG Castlevania games into one collection.
Circle of the Moon, Harmony of Dissonance, Area of Sorrow, and Dracula X.
Yeah, so I think it's already out. I think it came out today or something.
Yeah, it's out. Yeah.
So that's pretty dope. I love when they just announce it and they're like, it's available.
Mm-hmm.
So that looks pretty dope. Also, too, speaking of, Ray and Sir Knight, he was telling us about Disco Elysium.
Right.
And they announced that's coming to the Switch. So I thought that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
And more games are coming to the Switch. Of course, they said Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is coming to Switch in November. Right. Mm-hmm. So I think I might pick that one up for the Switch.
You gonna pick that shit up for the Switch?
I think so. Because, I mean,
this ain't even the remake, though. This is like the old joint.
That's fine. Because I never really got to experience that in its full glory. I played it a little bit, but for some reason...
actually, I don't know if this is... Aspire has announced that it's on. I don't know if this will be the remake.
Yeah.
I'll have to see if this is. But I feel like if I'm going to get something like that, like, it's got to be on a console that can produce something that looks good. You know what I mean?
Yes, I partially agree with you. But right now, just because I'm, like, super limited on real estate...
You're taking what you can get.
I know.
Where you fit in.
Exactly. Yeah. So if it looks ugly, I'll take it for now. Like if the game looks like, but I know the game, it plays great. So like graphics, I could care less. I play ugly games all the time. Like it's not even a big deal for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But what else? I think those are the main like highlights for me. They did announce like a lot of other little, games that were coming out, but let's see.
They showed like another an extended story trailer of Metro Dread.
Because that's coming out soon, right?
Yeah, October 8th, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, is the release date for now.
Yeah.
They haven't pushed it back yet, so I mean everything seems like it'd be cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting that they were putting that Dying Light 2 is coming out on the Switch, and right. They were saying there's like a cloud version.
Yeah.
And you were telling me that there's actually quite a few games that have cloud versions of them or whatever.
Yeah, so I believe the Dragon Quest MMO that the West never got, that game came out originally on the PC, on the PS4, but it also came out on the Switch. And if my memory serves me correct, they stream part of the assets because obviously the Switch ain't powerful enough, especially to play MMO.
Right.
So it does some sort of streaming. So, the Switch kind of has this trick up their sleeve, to kind of get that extra, oomph of power.
Yeah.
So
which that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
If it works good, you know what I mean, to be able to do something. I feel like that should be the way they're going for like all of these third party games that just do not belong on the Switch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You should damn near be cloud streaming the shit out of those.
Can we get
games.
xCloud, please?
Right? That would help a lot,
dope. Yeah.
But so I thought that was interesting that they're doing a cloud version or whatever of Dying Light. Sure. Obviously that shit's been pushed back to February 4th. But cloud version is on there.
Yep.
And it says they'll have a demo out the same day. So
oh, nice.
That'll be nice. At least you could try that out.
Sure.
Obviously I'll be on the PlayStation with that shit, or Xbox or something. But yeah,
that's kind of cool.
They also mentioned some new characters from Mario Golf Super Rush. I do not know if you have to pay for those or not, and a whole bunch of other shit. Hyrule Warriors and different things like that. Yeah. But yeah, so it was a lot. It was a lot going on that Nintendo Direct.
I can't say it was a bad Direct. It was a pretty average, above average Direct. We got a lot of good information. Mm-hmm. We got a lot of information we kind of already knew, and we got some like, hey, announcement for the announcement stuff. So overall, it wasn't too bad. And Nintendo's been, staying relevant.
Yeah.
We're not getting no Pro, of course, but
not after that Switch OLED.
We're getting the OLED. So
yeah,
I'm still waiting for the Pro, but
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see if.
I'm just waiting for that Steam Deck at this point, man.
Steam Deck?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I hear you.
I love you, me.